you know, like that's my mentality. Like I've always been a fan of mixed martial arts. I was watching the UFC back in high school and back in '99 and stuff like that, getting the pay-per-views before it was mainstream and all this
Hmm.
stuff. And I always thought, you know, because coming from a wrestling background, I was like, oh, I could do this, you know. Um, but then when Uriah actually opened his gym in '05, and I went in there because I wanted to fight, but then I ended up going to, you know, school and stuff to get my degree, and also I wanted to wrestle at the 4-year level because I knew
Hmm.
I would get better. But I only wanted to fight in the UFC. Like it was UFC or nothing from the get go when I was an amateur. If I lost the amateur fight, I was done fighting. If I can't beat an amateur, what makes me think I can get to the UFC, especially at my age? And I say that because I started older than most people. So if I was younger, you could have time to develop. With my age, I did not. As I was fighting on the regional scene, I was doing well. Same thing. As I got to like 5-0 as a pro, if I lost, I was quitting because it would set me so far back, and I was like 28 at the time. I almost got on the Ultimate Fighter twice. That didn't happen. I almost got into the UFC a few times. That didn't happen. And then I was the top prospect in the country or the world basically at that time to go next if someone got injured. So every time Dana White would tell Uriah he's got to win one more fight, I would knock out a UFC vet that never been knocked out before. Got to win one more fight. I would beat a guy that had 40 pro fights. Win one more. So I got to the point where I was just frustrated as hell. I didn't think it would ever happen. And then I got in, and
Hmm.
then I set a new goal. Like I will be a world champion. Like if you don't think you're gonna, if you can be a world champion, you're in the wrong business. You know what I mean? Because it's a dangerous sport, if you want to call it that.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, so my mindset, I will be a world champion. I just need the opportunities. I never had any push or anything like that. They build up certain guys that they think they can make big stars out of and things like
100%.
that. But my whole thought process was, as long as I just win fights, you know, everything I set out to accomplish and everything I want will fall into place.